You hold me close, tell me that you can read my mind. How do you get to know how I feel inside? 'Cause I didn't take you there. Oh baby, get out my head, get out my head. You hold me close, tell me that you can read my mind. How do you get to know how I feel inside? 'Cause I didn't take you there. Oh baby, get out my head, get out my head. You hold me close, tell me that you can read my mind. How do you get to know how I feel inside? 'Cause I didn't take you there. Oh baby, get out my head, get out my head.
You still wonder what you're thinking. You still wonder what you need. But then you'd have another drink and treat me like some therapy. And it's too late now, gonna figure it out. I ain't here for your drama no more. 'Cause you're wasting my time with that mess in your mind. Bye-bye, it's time to go. No, I ain't here for your late night spiel, for your loving fussing. I've had nothing. You don't hear me, let's make this feel for the fun. It's so
Yeah, I'm lost and numb, cold through the touch. I pretend like I don't remember your name. Every masterpiece turns to blasphemy. When I close my eyes, yeah, I still see your face. We were the thunder and the lightning, burning fire started from the spark. I would spare you just to watch you twirl. It was us against the world. You were the rain falling on my skin. Yeah, I was dying when you pulled me in. I was your rebel and you were my girl. It was us against the world. It was us against the world. It was us against the world. I was your rebel and you were my girl. It was us against the world. We were the thunder and the lightning, burning fire started from the spark. I would spare you just to watch you twirl. It was us against the world. You were the rain falling on my skin. Yeah, I was dying when you pulled me in. I was your rebel and you were my girl. It was us against the world. It was us against the world. It was us against the world. Yeah, I'm pale and grey, all dust and fade. When I call for you, all I hear back is pain. Every song must stand, even diamonds fade. When the darkness comes, I count up my mistakes. We were the thunder and the lightning, burning fire started from the spark. I would spare you just to watch you twirl. It was us against the world. You were the rain falling on my skin. Yeah, I was dying when you pulled me in. I was your rebel and you were my girl. It was us against the world. something to end, something to start. If you wanna tell me, please don't lie. You oughta know what is goodbye. Before it's sweet, I wanna know what after so easy to let it go. Infection lie that made me cry. I cannot forget to know why. Story of a stolen love. My heart is tired. This was slow and never know. My heart is tired. My heart bleeds in mine. Just tell me why it might be hard. Something to end, something to start. If you wanna tell me, please don't lie. You oughta know what is goodbye. Before it's sweet, I wanna know what after so easy to let it go. Infection lie that made me cry. I cannot forget to know why. Story of a stolen love. My heart is tired. This was slow and never know. My heart is tired. My heart bleeds in mine.
So what you're saying is it's not enough. Just write it off like a prescription drug. You've been fussing how we never touch, but who can bother with this kind of fussing? When we've been walking this blind, frustrated, outdated, what's on the mind? Truthful this time, all on the line. Try trading me places, what would you find? I've been loyal, you've been drunk, playing victim to your love. Love is simple, pick me up. You keep asking, I'm fed up. So what you're saying is it's not enough. You've been fussing how we never touch. I've been loyal, you've been drunk, playing victim to your love. Love is simple, pick me up. You keep messing, I'm fed up. I'm fed
someone else. Without you, I feel insane. Just forget what I did. I was bad, but now I'm right here. I'm right here. Don't forget the past when we lived in love. And now I'm begging for love, for love. And now I'm begging for love, for love, for love. searching for the break of a day to follow away to you. Cause at the end of the day, I ain't looking for no reason to change. Cause everything is good for you. Baby, I can see you. We're gonna shout it out to the sky. Tell our secrets to the night, so we can see the end inside. We're gonna shout it out to the sky. When I look into your eyes, I can see no better light, better light than love. We're gonna shout it out to the sky. Baby, I can see you. We're gonna shout it out to the sky. Tell our secrets to the night, so we can see the end inside. We're gonna shout it out to the sky. When I look into your eyes, I can see no better light, better light than love. We're gonna shout it out to the sky.
Swipe left, someone said something stupid. Swipe right, now I'm watching what you did. Power down, now I'm at a disadvantage, but I think that it's worth it. I put my headphones on, I play my favorite song. I go to sleep and try again. Mama used to try and tell me no man is an island, but I think I feel like drifting away. Mama used to say tomorrow never comes, so make the most, but I think I am done with today. Think I am done with today. Boss says, man, you gotta make an effort. Feel like all I do on earth is just say yes, sir. And when I tell people how they make me feel, they treat me like a leper. I put my headphones on, I play my favorite song. I go to sleep and try again, again, again. Mama used to try and tell me no man is an island, but I think I feel like drifting away. Mama used to say tomorrow never comes, so make the most, but I think I am done with today. Think I am done with today.
time is through, making love at you. So I'ma sit and just lay in my bed with the thoughts in my head, getting stuck to the race with you. For a sleeping cruise now. Stress is getting just a little bit lower, mine's getting just a little bit closer. Find somebody in my life that can make it through. I've been lost, I'll be found in the broken, way out in the crowd feeling open. Find somebody in my life that can make it through. That one's just me times two. That one's just me times two. Crazy, been thinking for too long now. Let it take on the world with 2 arms now. Got me singing right in the dark, knowing feelings I couldn't start. Ooh, and I swear I proved all the ways I'm here. Got my drink and trying to get what to do, yeah. I better fake it, yeah, we can work together till we make it. Better take a life like we're running out of patience. My mind's gone out way too far. Yeah, I'm not right, but I'm here. Better fake it, yeah, we can work together till we make it. Better take a life like we're running out of pages. I know that times have been hard, but that's alright, cause we found out. Stress is getting just a little bit lower, mine's getting just a little bit closer. Find somebody in my life that can make it through. I've been lost, I'll be found in the broken, way out in the crowd feeling open. Find somebody in my life that can make it through. That one's just me times two. operation. It ain't fair, but I feel it with the nation. To raise the flag and do the preparation.
situation. Welcome to reality, there's no way back. Welcome to reality. With that.
Beeping after aliens, we on top of the world, we the sapiens. Do you understand massive complication there? Do you really think you know what I'm made of? My flow is so magical, I'm old, call me Gandalf. You can shine, but I'm about to go off. Part of me wanna believe what I'm saying, but I cannot do this at all. Welcome to reality, there's no way back. 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 Welcome to reality, there's no way back.
To run and play. Look at all the mess we made. Guess I never know where it went wrong. Sometimes I feel like all that's sad, cause viral then people forget. In this crazy world I don't belong. I see fire burning but I close my eyes. I'd rather deny that. Everything is falling out of place. I see trees ripped from the ground, but nobody makes a sound. I see fire burning, but I'm fine. Now I am nobody. Now I am nobody. Feels so unsure. Didn't we deserve more? The burden that you left is way too heavy for me. Do you ever feel like the world would die out? My anxiety's off the roof, I cry out. We have gone too far, take me back right now. I see fire burning, but I close my eyes. I'd rather deny that. Everything is falling out of place. I see trees ripped from the ground, but nobody makes a sound. I see fire burning, but I'm fine. I am nobody.
Got a bottle of Patron and some lights off. Two red devil looking eyeballs, and I'm finna turn up when the night falls. If you hear a siren, then it's my fault. Jump in my whip, baby, let's ride. We ain't gonna stop at a red light, and I'ma take shots like a Tech 9. It's gonna get live. Here we go, it's about to go down. Let me know, I'ma buy another round. Get low, drop it down to the ground. yeah, wow, shorty making bounce. Mama seen the put cuffs on my cardiac, took my breath away like a heart attack. And I'ma spend every dime and my money back. Everybody wanna know. If you're ready, let me know. Let's go. If you're ready, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. If you're ready, let me know. Here we go. Let's go. I got a bottle of Grey Goose and ice cubes. Have a drink that'll put me in the right mood. 80 proof's gonna lower my IQ. And I've been the same way since high school. I look shorty right in her brown eyes. She about to take a trip to Cloud 9. I'm the man, baby, I get the crowd hype. I turn the cadence of a hook into a soundbite. Here we go, it's about to go down. Let me know, I'ma buy another round. Get low, drop it down to the ground. Oh yeah, wow, shorty making bounce. Mama see the put cuffs on my cardiac, took my breath away like a heart attack. And I'ma spend every dime and my money back. Everybody wanna know. Let's go. If you're ready, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. If you're ready, let me know. Here we go. Let's go.
It's so hard to open my eyes. I'm blind to the light from the sky. I'm dealing with things I can't write. And all of you know it's been no easy road. But I keep working harder, going harder just to prove something. Burning out, I can't do shit for weeks. Guess I proved nothing. Everybody wants my work for free. I know you have the money, things are looking different. I'm not putting up with you, not anymore. And I know you think you still can take advantage. And you always took my humbleness for granted. But I know my worth, you can't take that away from me. And I know you think you still can take advantage. But it hasn't worked out like you fucking planned it. 'Cause I know my worth, you can't take that away from me. Now I'm fully disguised. My heart got bruised up, so I put it on ice. Been told that I wouldn't make it in this life, but now all of you see there's so much room for me. And I know you think I still can take advantage. And you always took my humble